I had a very demanding career, and Michael also had a demanding career. He was a professional musician, classical and jazz guitar, and everything was going along fine. He suddenly, one evening, was playing the guitar on a gig and had a massive stroke. And from 1 second playing the guitar to the next second we were calling 999 for an ambulance, and then 6 hours later I was being told that it was such a big stroke he probably wouldn't survive. He was in hospital for almost 18 months until I could get the house adapted for him to go home to a good living condition. Initially, the local authority who came to look at the house when we applied for a grant told us that because of the nature of the house, it simply couldn't be adapted. It wasn't suitable for adaptation. I and Michael didn't want him to come home to living downstairs, not having access to toilet, our own bed, that sort of thing, washing facilities. So I was left very much in no man's land, not knowing where to turn. About a year after Michael had had the stroke, I finally found the local home improvement agency, and they immediately came out with their own architect, their own occupational therapist, and within 10 minutes the architect said, "Of course your house can be adapted. Of course, we just move things around, close up a door, open up a window, put you a vertical lift in. Yes, the bathroom can be adapted." And all of a sudden, the world became a much lighter place for me. And I could go into the hospital to Michael and say, there is light at the end of the tunnel. The actual building work took probably 2 to 3 months. And I lived in the house, and it was literally living in the middle of a building site. It was horrific, but I knew it had to be done. So at the end of each day, when the builders had gone home, I took photographs of what they'd done that day, which part they'd bricked up, which holes they'd cut in the walls, and then had them developed, took them into Michael in the hospital so that at least he had some understanding of what was being done at home and how the work was progressing. Well, the Home Improvement Agency did project manage the whole situation for me because it was such a large grant, such a large job, and they were making regular visits. They were the other end of a telephone. I only had to ask for help and advice, and they were there. In fact, I really don't know what would have happened to us as a couple, and particularly to Michael, had I not found the Home Improvement Agency.
I'm happier now than ever before. I like the house now. It was okay before, but now, for me, it is perfect.